This video discusses parallelism, also known as parallel structure. Parallelism or parallel structure is when parts of a sentence or sentences overall are the same or similar in their grammatical structure, construction, sound, or meaning. Parallelism can exist within phrases, or they can be between multiple sentences as well. Here are some questions to ask about sentence patterns when you notice them, or even just to find whether parallel structure exists. You want to look at sentence beginnings. Is there a good variety of sentence beginnings, or do you notice a pattern has emerged or any kind of repetition has emerged? You want to examine the arrangement of ideas in a sentence. Are they set out in a special way for a purpose? Have they ordered them in some way? You can examine the arrangement of ideas in a paragraph. Again, is there any evidence of a pattern or a structure? Some patterns that might emerge is we can look at the beginning and the ending of the passage. You can look at a particular sequence. Are they ordering the ideas in a way that seems important? Is there a chronology to the way the ideas are ordered? Are there any literary techniques that the writer happens to be using when they are in parallel structure? And is a focus or emphasis on any one part that makes it stand out? So again, these are patterns you can identify within a paragraph as well. And you can also look at sentence patterns. Is there a similarity in the way that they are constructed? So what's the function of a parallel structure? A writer uses it often to invite the reader to make comparison between two statements or multiple ideas. This comparison might highlight a paradox or a contradiction or a similarity between two thoughts. So if you see things in parallel structure, there might be a connection that you should be making between them, or that the writer might be inviting you to make between them. It might also just emphasize an idea by repeating them or repeating the structure. It might be, as you'll see later, it creates more lyricism. It brings your attention to it. So maybe the writer is trying to get you to focus in on a particular idea so that you keep coming back to it and you understand it more fully, or you just pay closer attention because it links to their purpose or main idea. One particularly important way that parallel structure can create greater meaning is through the use of climax, which we have mentioned in previous lessons a little bit. The formal definition of climax is when words, phrases, or sentences are arranged in order of increasing intensity or importance, often in parallel constructions. So a couple of examples. The first one you've seen before. Even though they were tired, cold, and losing hope, our forefathers fought against larger armies, brutal weather, and their treacherous spirits to earn us the freedoms we have today. So we can see first, they were tired, cold, and losing hope is one form of parallel structure. And it also is similar to the parallel structure found in the second part of the sentence, which says our forefathers fought against larger armies, brutal weather, and their treacherous spirits. And again, these are each building in intensity. So the soldiers or forefathers went from being tired, and they eventually lost hope or were losing hope. And their enemies were everything from armies all the way to their own personal betraying spirits. And it seems that those betraying spirits were the biggest enemy they had to fight against. And the second example, Alice ran into the room, into the garden, and into our hearts. Again, the parallel structure and increasing importance shows that Alice became more and more important to the people being described. Here are some other questions you can ask yourself when you notice parallelism. It might be something that you look at when you want to figure out, okay, I see parallel structure, maybe I should ask myself some of these questions. And that is the end of this presentation. Thank you.